Greetings, Rigil Agateiades here, and today we're challenging the limit of melee combat. The suit we're on today is the original master of close combat, the 550 cost level 4, Gyan. All the way back from the original Gundam series, the Gywn is famous for its extreme melee combat prowess and how much it resembles a vase. This raid type is designed to use melee attacks only, and you can tell that from the perfectly clean attack distribution. Oh, sorry, that's just a default distribution. The Gyan we're on today looks more like this. This is not the custom part setup you want to use. There's no defensive parts, which is why we're suffering now. No special leg armor, even the custom parts slots aren't filled. But that's just a small sacrifice to achieve greatness. Got caught out early last round, but this time we're spawning right behind the enemy. Just an enemy support type, but we don't want to get countered, so we wait for the right time to pull off the melee. Once he's on thrusters, it's our chance! Palace Athens absolutely devastated, but that's not all. With his back turned to us, we quickly leap onto the Gywn, and it's the end of him as well. With an overwhelming 111 equivalent melee strength, even the Gywn couldn't survive a single melee combo from us. Keeping up with a target isn't an issue with the thruster speed of the Gywn, and our melee priority gets us the 3rd kill in a row. One more enemy and it's a wipe. This one killing spree makes the Gywn look extremely intimidating, but it is actually far from strong, because while it looks overpowered, it is filled with fatal flaws. The problem that most people first realize almost the moment they get on the Gywn is the lack of any ranged stagger. Other than the melee weapon, there are 2 weapons on the Gywn, and neither of them are guns. The main weapon is the shield needle missiles. Thanks to your ranged attack, they do close to no damage. In terms of stagger, they also need to hit for almost 2 seconds to get an accumulated stagger, and unlike Vulcans, you can't even use them on thrusters. Against anything other than the Zoc, they are literally useless. The second weapon is the Hide Bomb. Not as bad as the needle missiles, but they are tricky to use. The best way to describe this one is a very slow bazooka shot. After firing, the Hide Bomb slowly drifts to where you aimed at and explodes on contact. Better than nothing, while it can't stagger actively on the offense, you can do some cheeky defensive moves. Enemy extremely low just as our Hide Bomb staggered. We tackle to finish, enemy did the same thing. Melee attack and... Second respawn, so let's talk about the second problem on the Gywn. You may have realized up to this point all I had been doing was stabbing forwards. And that's because stabbing forwards is all the Gywn could do. On the Gywn, the normal attack is a forward swiping stab. The left side attack is a forward high stab. The right side attack is a forward low stab. Even the down attack is just 3 consecutive forward stabs. Want to hit anyone to the side? Nope, that option doesn't exist. But that's what you get in exchange for melee strength that can absolutely shred anyone. Teammate forced out an emergency evasion, and that's perfect for us. 2 melees and boom, the Gywn gets dismantled a second time. Can't see through the smoke, but we can still use the radar. Dash straight at the Hazel Osla that still has virtually no health. All it's supposed to take is a tackle, but of course that is not going to happen, as we hit the shield or something, takes another tackle and a melee as well. Thankfully, with all the flaws in exchange for the power to stab through anything, the Gywn was also given very good base stats. Both the space health pool and the movement specs are above average, and the not a real shield also acts as a buffer to reduce damage taken by 35%. Teammate gets it down and we finish it up with a quick right stab. While all the attack motions are stabs forwards, the side attacks are significantly faster, with the right side attack also stabbing downwards, making it the best attack to use in almost any situation. Third respawn, and the third problem on the Gywn. The keen-eyed player should realize at this point I had been using my thrusters awkwardly. That's because this suit actually has no forced injectors. This meant whenever we use our thrusters, we can't change directions halfway, but that is not stopping me from annihilating anyone in my way. Takes some time to get used to, but you can overcome that by charging in sideways. Lack of forced injectors made our follow-up horrendously slow. 2v3 situation, time to take out the hide bombs. One hide bomb in each way the opponent can approach, and we walk down the third. Kiradoga pulls off a weird stagger, but that's all we need. Forced out the Yashima's emergency evasion, and he is finished. Gyan misses his tackle, and that's his end as well. Broken feet can't stop me. Emergency evasion to avoid the overload, and a full melee combo demolishes the Gyan for a third time. Got off quickly to repair our feet, but before we could use thrusters again, the enemy starts spawning. Clearly, the Hazel Osler is seeking for our blood. Hide bombs perfectly covered by the building, and he walks straight into the trap. Charge in baiting the tackle, and a 94 melee strength special counter! With this suit, Gywn can fight for another 10 years. Well, not exactly with all the flaws, but you can definitely solve that with brute force. This specifically tuned Gyan is the pinnacle of melee damage, but comes with so many flaws it's almost unbearable. You can't initiate your own melee combos. The melee motions point nowhere but forwards. There's no forced injectors, so you can't even change where you're pointing quickly. There's also the lack of leg shock absorbers and a couple more, making this suit far beyond just a big handful boss. But every now and then, you will find a madman on the level 4 Gywn who have learned to overcome all of these issues, ready to lay waste to anyone in his way. So never turn your back on a Gywn. That's it from me today. Latest.